Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Brooke.
Today we are discussing living with loss, surviving the holidays. Such a sad topic and such a happy
Very
time
much.
of year, but something that a lot of people do go through and do deal with. So let's help those folks out. So why are the holidays so hard for people who are grieving personal losses?
Actually, living with loss is hard any time of the year, whether it's a loss through the death of a loved one, an unwanted divorce, disability due to health problems, or the loss of a job. But it's really hard during the holidays for several reasons. There's so much expectation, so much built up about it,
Right.
family traditions, and then usually we have less energy, less time, less motivation, so it's just
Amen to
incredibly
that.
difficult.
All right, well, what's the best way to approach the holidays after we have experienced a significant loss?
Unfortunately, most people tend to approach the holidays with a lot of personal fear and projected failure. It just seems overwhelming, and they just want to skip from like October the 15th all the way to about January the 15th.
I know.
But in the workshops I do and the therapy work I do, I encourage folks to have a certain focus on survival principles.
Yeah, let's talk about those survival principles. I like that. So one perspective, I will survive. That's a good attitude to have.
Oh, definitely, because if I approach the holidays thinking I'm not going to make it, I really increase my suffering potential.
Right.
But if I can say it's going to be different, it's going to be difficult, but I will survive, that's a perspective that we need to have.
Then you also have to give yourself permission and say it's okay to do some things.
Right, because a lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to even get through the holidays.
Right.
But for example, permission to grieve. Grieving is not the enemy. Grieving is the healing process following a loss. Permission to change some things, do some things differently. Permission to enjoy whatever we can enjoy. That's not disrespectful or disloyal to whomever we may have lost.
Right, because you know your loved ones would want you to enjoy the
Permission to be
holidays.
thankful. We've lost some, but we've not lost everything. So permission to be thankful.
All right. Well, what about a survival plan? I mean, what are some practical things that we can do to help us survive those holidays?
Again, unfortunately, most people would say, what survival plan? I don't have one. So if we do not have one, it's very important
need to
that we
make
get
a
out some
survival
paper,
plan.
we start making a plan, and that plan involves at least 3 different steps. Now, step 1 deals with priority, trying to determine what's best for me and my family,
Right.
not what others may expect or what's best for us. That gets into setting priorities. The second step is preparation, trying to put together a plan, developing a plan of specific activities. In other words, we don't want to wake up on Christmas morning, for example, to an empty, unplanned day. That just spells
Right.
disaster. So we have to have a plan that's, shall we say, firm enough to give us support, but flexible enough to give us some freedom.
And then the last one is power. Depend upon your personal support system, and that would be your other family and friends.
We could be. The power within us. We've survived other losses, so have we done it before?
Right.
If we have faith, to use our faith in God, let God help us. It could be using therapy. It could be going to our family doctor for medication, for a physical checkup. All of those things are extremely important to use our personal resource network, our personal support system.
Dr. Baker, thank you so much for being with us today.
Delighted to be
We
here.
certainly
I
appreciate
wish
it. We
everyone
hope you
well
have
this holiday
a very
season.
Merry Christmas. All right.